Close your eyes. Imagine a time long ago, a time when the world was untouched by modern hands, when nature ruled supreme and the land was vast and wild. Picture yourself standing on ancient soil, feeling the heartbeat of the earth beneath your feet. The sun rises over red earth, casting a golden hue across the landscape. Kangaroos hop across the plains, their movements graceful and free. The air is crisp, filled with the scent of eucalyptus and the promise of a new day. This is Australia, 1500 BC. The first Australians, the Aboriginal people, lived here for thousands of years. They thrived in harmony with the land, their lives intertwined with the rhythms of nature. Every sunrise, every sunset was a part of their story. They were connected to the land in ways we can scarcely imagine today. They listened to the whispers of the wind, the rustle of leaves, the calls of the animals. The land spoke to them, and they understood its language. The land told them where to find food. They knew which plants were edible, which roots held water, and where the animals roamed. Their knowledge was vast, passed down through countless generations. It told them where to find shelter. They built their homes from the materials the land provided, creating shelters that were both practical and in harmony with their surroundings. These people were survivors, resilient and resourceful. They knew how to live in this land. They knew the secrets of the plants and animals, understanding their behaviors and cycles. The elders shared this knowledge with the younger generations, ensuring that the wisdom of the past was never lost. They knew how to find water in the driest desert, a skill that was crucial for survival. They could read the signs of the land, knowing where to dig and what to look for. Their knowledge was a lifeline, a testament to their deep connection with the earth. Stories and songs carried their history. Around the campfire, under the starlit sky, they shared tales of creation, of heroes and ancestors. These stories were more than entertainment. They were a way to pass on knowledge, to teach and to remember. They were the first Australians, and this is their story. A story of resilience, of harmony with nature, and of a deep, abiding connection to the land. Their legacy lives on, whispering through the winds of time, reminding us of the ancient bond between humanity and the earth. The first rays of sun peeked over the horizon. The sky blazed with colour. A new day began in ancient Australia. A family stirred in their shelter, a simple hut built of branches and bark. The men prepared their spears. They were going hunting. Women gathered yams and berries. Children played and laughed. They mimicked the animals. They learned the ways of their people. Life was about survival. Everyone had a role to play. Everyone contributed to the well-being of the group. They relied on each other. They relied on their knowledge of the land. This was their life. The men moved silently through the bush. They were hunting for kangaroo. Their spears were sharp. Their aim was true. These were their weapons. They provided food for their families. Women gathered fruits, nuts, and berries. They dug for yams and roots. Their knowledge of the land was vast. They knew which plants were good to eat. They knew which ones were poisonous. The children learned by watching. They helped their mothers and fathers. They learned the skills they needed to survive. Hunting, gathering, living in harmony with nature. This was the way of life for the first Australians. They were one with the land. It provided everything they needed. The first Australians were caretakers of the land. They understood the balance of nature. They knew that their survival depended on it. They took only what they needed. They used fire to manage the land. They burned patches of bush to encourage new growth. This provided food for animals. It also prevented large destructive fires. They were the first farmers. They sowed seeds and harvested crops. They developed sustainable practices that ensured the land remained fertile. They understood that they were part of something bigger than themselves. They lived in harmony with nature. They respected the land that sustained them. Section 5. The Law of the Land. The first Australians had a complex system of laws. These laws weren't written down. Instead, they were passed down orally, through stories, songs, and dances. These laws governed every aspect of their lives, dictating how to hunt and gather, how to share resources, and how to resolve disputes. Elders played a vital role in maintaining law and order. They were the keepers of knowledge, the storytellers, and the judges and mediators. Their laws were based on respect. Respect for the land, respect for elders, and respect for each other. Section 6. Stories in the Stars. At night, the sky blazed with stars, and the first Australians looked up in wonder. They saw patterns in the stars and told stories about them. These stories were more than just entertainment. They were a way to teach. They explained the history of their people and taught about morals and values. They saw constellations we still recognize today, like the Southern Cross and the emu in the sky. These were their guides. They helped them navigate and marked the changing seasons. The stars were a connection to their ancestors, who they believed lived on among the stars. Looking up at the night sky, they felt their presence. Dance was central to their culture. It was a way to connect with the spiritual world, to celebrate and to mourn. They danced to honor the spirits of the land, to bring rain and to ensure a good harvest. Their dances were full of symbolism, told stories, and expressed emotions. The didgeridoo provided a haunting soundtrack. Its deep, resonant sound echoed across the land, connecting them to their ancestors. These ceremonies were sacred, a way to maintain balance between the physical and spiritual worlds. The first Australians left their mark on the land. They left behind rock art, paintings that tell stories of their lives, their beliefs, their dreams. These paintings are found all over Australia, in caves, on rock faces, on boulders. They are a window into the past, a glimpse into the minds of these ancient people. They used natural pigments like ochre, charcoal, and clay, mixed with water and applied with their fingers, sticks, and feathers. These paintings are more than just art. They are a record of their history, a testament to their enduring connection to the land. The first Australians were the first environmentalists. They lived sustainably for thousands of years, managing the land with care and respect. Their legacy lives on today, in the land itself, in the stories they pass down, and in the descendants who keep their culture alive. Their knowledge is invaluable. They were the original custodians of this land. We have much to learn from them. It's our responsibility to listen, to learn, and to respect their history and their connection to this country. The story of the first Australians is a story of resilience, survival, and deep connection to the land. It is a story that deserves to be heard. We must acknowledge the injustices of the past, work towards reconciliation, and listen to the voices of Indigenous Australians. Their history is our history. Their culture is our culture. Their future is our future. By understanding their past, we can create a better future, a future where we live in harmony, respect the land, and honour the legacy of the first Australians.